You can't really see it behind the valley of names, badges, and characters, but we're on the most beautiful dragon you've ever seen. Look at this thing, it's beautiful, I love it. Get out of there, that's my area. No, I want to see my serpent. Get out of there, Crichton. I Crichton every time. The anger is real. What's up, dudes and dudettes? My name's Scythe, and we are back. You've heard of the Trove. Patch notes. Yeah, I need like a big thunderous song that's like, you know, like explosions going on. The patch is here and everyone's angry about it because this patch is absolutely crazy. So anyway, because it's a patch notes video, dudes and dudettes, we're not gonna be giving anything away because I view that this content is enough of a giveaway in itself and giving away the information, but I still humbly request you to hit the like button for me. It very much helps me out, makes the video show up in searches and stuff like that, helps my channel grow and etc, etc. If you enjoy the videos, do it for me. I'm just gonna blatantly say it. Do it. I'll wait until you do. Just kidding, because I'm not that greedy. And anyway, we'll just get to the patch notes here, folks. So, Chaos Week. We're gonna end up getting double Chaos Factor this week. That means double the daily amount of Chaos chests that you're gonna end up getting, which is absolutely awesome. The top treasure for this week is Shock. This stupid, oh, I have a prefix penguin over him instead. This stupid little monkey, which is absolutely beautiful. Look at it, where is he? Where are you? Shock! Shock! Where are you, you stupid monkey? I'm here, master. He's zapping me. I know he is, you stupid little monkey. I want him in a tuxedo and a top hat. Somebody do it, otherwise I'm going to mod it in myself. Where'd he go? He's biting me. Anyways, a beautiful little mount, or beautiful little ally, I keep saying mount. He actually gives you 50 magic finds, so he's the same as the cotton candy, and right now, you can actually get him for pretty cheap, although, yeah, his price is going down exponentially, which is very, very good, because with the double chaos chest, not to mention, he's actually very, very easy, like, he's not a very difficult drop to get out of the chaos chest. Of course, I do want to shout out my man Scythis for throwing me this monkey, because otherwise, I was going to end up buying this monkey anyways, and instead, Scythis has so much flux, he just bought this monkey and he threw it at me like this monkey throws his poop at all of you. That's disgusting. Don't think too deep into that. So the new lunar dragon is here and it's absolutely beautiful, but the way of actually getting it is not. We'll get into that in a little bit. So the new dragon, dormant egg, it's like such a mouthful, man. They seriously gotta rename some of this stuff. So anyway, I've already got it right now, but we actually talked about this in the preview for this beautiful dragon. Never mind this limited time only. There's two eggs going on in the market right now. There's actually this one right here, which is the golden egg, and then there's the dormant egg. The dormant egg you're gonna be able to get for free from the store until March 7th. So I'm assuming that's when this dragon gets caught out of rotation, which is ridiculous because this dragon's only gonna be here for like a couple weeks. So anyway, what you end up doing is you get that free egg and then you come to the dragon crucible and you craft him for 300 dragon coins, 25,000 flux. They said they lowered that to 20k. They actually must have buffed it back up to 25. So the primordial flames is down from 1,000 when we first looked at it to 500. And then there's just the egg itself. Now, this is how the world ends, folks. This is like one of the most ridiculously difficult dragons to craft, even for late game players, especially because dragon coins are non-tradable now, but we'll get into all of that in a memento. So a new limited time $100 pack is in the store. That's right, folks, for only $99.99. You can get this limited time dragon mount maxed out. Don't do it. Seriously, you'd be stupid to end up spending $100 unless you just want the cubits or the credits yourself. But even then, there's a lot of better things that you can end up buying rather than this dragon. Put the dragon in the mount section for like $5 or $10, and then you'll see how much people end up buying it. Seriously. So anyway, moving on to the game updates, the materials for crafting dragons are stupid now. We've adjusted them so that it costs 4 dragon coins, except for the Azulian, which costs 10 dragon coins now, because it's the Azulian dragon. He only costs 40 souls to max out, rather than all the other dragons that cost 100 souls, and then there's this guy who's just got his own egg, and this is gonna be the new way that they're gonna approach dragons from now on, so get your dragon coins stocked up. Anyways, you're gonna need dragon coins, golden soul, and the third ingredient varies on the souls, and some of them have actually been reduced by 50% or more. Now, this would be fantastic, except they left out the fact that rather than crafting three neon dragon souls at a time, or any of these other ones, now it's been knocked down to 1, and they've only reduced the resources by 50%. Now, I haven't done the numbers on this because it's been a very long time since I don't think I've ever crafted any dragon souls, like, since the Azulian, seriously, so I guess because it's a retro dragon, right? Which means that new dragons are gonna be craftable right off the hop rather than, you know, why do they say brood mother? That's from StarCraft. Man, these guys have been playing a lot of StarCraft. Even that Defiance enemy was just a Zergling. But anyways, now they've actually upped, like, the crafting recipe is just ridiculous, man. Because seriously, that's 1 dragon soul, not 3 like it used to be. So they should have lowered all of the resources by 75%, considering that you're getting, you know, 2 times less dragon coin thing, so whatever. Crafting a purified dragon flame now costs 50 primordial flames, 300 radiant shards, but no longer costs dragon coins. The dragon coin tome now grants 25 dragon coins per week when triggered, rather than just giving you 3, which was useless anyways, but it was some extra flux on the side, not that you can trade them anymore. 5 dragon coins are granted for the first time you complete a daily challenge in any given day, rather than a dragon soul. We'll get into that in a minute, because right here, challenges now grant a lesser dragon cache. Do not let these be confused with the beautiful golden dragon caches that are actually in the cache shop. We'll talk more about that pay to win stuff in a moment. So the lesser dragon caches contain flux, very rarely contain dragon coins. Just from my own personal testing, they say that it contains flux and dragon coins as common drops. However, I and everybody else can confirm that you barely ever get any dragon coins, and then it can even rarely give you a tradable dragon soul. Who knows how many it'll actually give? Probably just 1, which is ridiculous, but it's a tradable one as opposed to the ones that you craft, which are not. Completing the last tier of a challenge now grants you one additional dragon coin, because we all know that we want to end up spending like 5 extra minutes grinding out the dragon challenge for 1 guaranteed dragon coin. Seeing as you need like 3 million of them to craft all these dragons, I don't think so. Press the buzzer! Pew, pew! I need an alarm on my head because it's like the bad game alarm. Anyone who's like really old with the channel knows how obscure that reference is. So anyway, completing the last tier, dragon coins now deconstruct to 25 glim, down from 100. Oh no! Now where am I gonna get my glim? Previously existing dragon caches should now drop 3. Mario and Luigi Mario. Dragon coins at uncommon, up from 1, and 20 coins from rare. Up from 5. What is that? Oh, the normal dragon caches that it's talking about. Okay. Yes, maybe. You never get them anyway. Dragon coins are no longer tradable, nor used as a currency in the auction house. That must be a typo, because it's not called the auction house. It's called the auction house in Diablo 3. In Trove, it's called the marketplace. So I guess Fasty or whoever actually like wrote this post, maybe it is Fasty and they just posted it to him. I don't know, but either way, he's been playing a little bit too much Diablo 3, brah. So anyways, they also ended up changing it so dragon souls crafted from the dragon crucible can no longer be traded. Any previously crafted dragon souls, of course, can be traded. And the ones that you end up getting out of the caches can be traded, but not the craftable ones. Those are, you're on your own. You craft one of those by mistake and you don't need it, you throw that in the garbage in the loot collector for glim, or you just, you know, open up your inventory, middle click it, or drag it into the garbage, because that's just, it made a big mistake there. Origin portals once again take you to the main spawn point of that world. I don't know what that means. Does it What main spawn point? There's 2 main spawn points when you go in Adventure World, so I'm not sure what that means. Patron now grants double daily cubits. So rather than getting 500 cubits, you're gonna end up getting 1,000. Which is kind of cool. That's a good way of pushing Patron. It's a good idea. I like it. We've all been waiting for ways to make cubits anyways, but unfortunately they made it cash for classes, so I don't see why anyone would ever be grinding up their cubits anymore. Seriously, you can't get the classes for free. I think if they kept the classes for free and made the cubits through Patron, they could have actually made more money than they will on the classes by making people spend money on Patron just so they can get more classes, right? So anyway, the Trove store Greater Dragon caches are now available in the store. These new caches contain 10 rare dragon coins uncommon, 50 on very uncommon, and very, very, very rarely you'll end up getting a maxed out dragon. Now what that means is you're either going to end up getting the golden egg for this beautiful dragon, or you're going to get 100 souls of whatever the other dragon is. Like, let's say it crafts the bone, you unlock the bone dragon, it's just going to give you 100 tradable souls that you can consume yourself. Now I do want to confirm, because I ended up getting this dragon like right away, like pretty much as soon as the patch came out, because I ended up having a couple extra credits and I have tons and tons of cubits, right? So I ended up getting 22 of these greater caches. Only one of them ended up giving me 50 dragon coins. The rest of them just gave me the 10. So don't buy these. Even if you are like someone who actually supports the cash shop and stuff, really don't buy these, because the RNG in them is just terrible, man. Seriously. That's the biggest reason why nobody wants to spend money on all this stuff, because not only is it like $20 plus to actually buy 10 of these, like the RNG is just ridiculous. I mean, there's a chance of getting a good drop, but seriously, dragon coins can now be bought from the store 5 at a time for 750 cubits. Okay, that's not bad. I like that. I would very much like that if they lowered it down to 500 so that free-to-play players could end up getting 5 dragon coins a day guaranteed, rather than through the stupid challenges that are just like terrible RNG, because then they could just spend their daily cubits on 5 dragon coins rather than having to grind out 2 days. Pardon me, excuse me. That was a weird inner burp like a black hole. So patron people are going to, of course, be able to buy these because you're going to get 1,000 cubits a day. And yeah, by the way, before I forget, I just want to say that they added this in as well. This dragon, even though he just has one form, because lots of people don't know that, he's just got the maxed out form, that's it. And he actually does have a Lunar New Year dragon soul right here, like for the badges. And it's actually not bad. It gives you 1,000 health and 50 magic find. I'm skipping over the 10 crit hit because crit hit is absolutely useless. Like seriously, it's one of the worst stats in the game. Don't go for it for anything, because crit hit is just your chance to hit. And if you end up getting sure strike, well, you don't need it. Not to mention 10 crit hit does not equal something that's actually like worth having over health or damage on any of your equipment, right? The legendary Tome of Growth is back in the store. No one cares though. The bug fixes and polish we're already on to. Fixed an Insta Club. Okay, so that's like a huge wall of text just for that. These portals here, if you ended up having them somewhere out in the world, generate a biome over top of it, it would delete the portal, but you could still warp to where that portal was. That's what they ended up fixing. The other thing too is they fixed a bug where the Wednesday fishing bonus wasn't actually applying. Lots of people were actually saying to me too, I noticed that last week, where they were saying, you know, what gives, you know, the dragon soul or the fishing is not going particularly fast, you know? So yeah, but I think that's it as far as today's concerned. Even when this patch did roll out, it actually, this patch, surprisingly, wasn't only a quick fix. Of course, it is a very cash shop heavy, like it changes a lot of the core code with the cash shop and dragon challenges and stuff like that. So of course, you know, that explains a little bit of the downtime, but they actually had 3 hours of downtime for this patch the other day, rather than the week before where it was only half an hour. Granted, this is a beefier patch, but I'm very worried that they're gonna end up making it a habit again of having server downtime for 3 hours plus. So hopefully that was just a one-time instance. Of course, the servers actually did come just under at like 245 or something like that. But still, it's a little bit troublesome and a little bit worrying, considering that the patch before that was like under 20 minutes, seriously. So anyway, that's it for the patch notes, everybody. Now let's get on to the patch judgment of last week's patch. Welcome to the underworld, sandwich head. So in last week's patch video, ladies and gents, I ended up putting up a couple annotations that would lead to a good and a bad video. Now, each of those videos was being cast as your vote for whether or not you actually viewed last week's patch as good or bad. And 183 of you said that it was a good patch, while 199 said that it was bad. So very, very close call, but it seems like this game, you know, the last week's patch, devs, is gonna get the boot. Woo! Die in the lava! Die in the lava? Where is he? So this guy is representing, he's like an underlord. He can represent last week's patch as well as all the other patches from here to come. Why will he not die? Well, that was kind of underwhelming. Okay, so take that, last week's patch. Get out of here. Probably not gonna end up doing any more of these votes, folks, because unfortunately I found out the hard way that it was very, very tedious for me to try and balance doing this kind of voting system while managing everything else, and it didn't seem like that many people were that into it anyway, so that's okay. I just kind of wanted to have fun with it because last week was very, very pay cash shop to win stuff. So anyway, another thing too I just want to say before we continue is I have named this beautiful dragon General Kai. So thank you all so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Do not forget to duke in the like button for me, share favorite, and subscribe to join Team Biggs and Side on. Stay epic, everybody.
Believe in yourself.